Well, we're ready to go here at Hammonds Field. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cardinals Baseball on 106.7 The River and Valley Live. Appreciate you tuning in, however you are joining us here on this Thursday night. Beautiful night for baseball in downtown Springfield. We've got a Thirsty Thursday in store, so we've got drink specials going on all adult beverages all game long for fans 21 and up. So come on over and catch this game with us here on what has turned out to be a beautiful evening after those thunderstorms rolled through this afternoon. Michael McGreevy and the Cardinals getting set to go against the Midland RockHounds. It's game 3 in this series. The two teams have split the first two games, with Springfield winning the opening game 12-5, kind of a runaway. And then yesterday looked like the Cardinals were going to prevail. They led it from the second inning until the top of the ninth inning. But Midland ended up powering in front in that top of the ninth. And the Cardinals then bottom of the ninth inning comeback try, came up 1 run short. RockHounds even the series with the 8-7 win yesterday. Michael McGreevy ready to go. The leadoff man is Max Schumann, right-handed batting outfielder. Center fielder tonight for the Hounds. First pitch of the ball game is a fastball, and it's fired in there for strike number 1 from McGreevy. 6:38 p.m. the official start time here on this Thursday at Hammonds Field as McGreevy gets a chopper back towards the middle. Gamboa with a long run, just can't quite get there. And it's a single that sneaks its way through to center field by Schumann. So the RockHounds lead off with a ground ball base hit. The batter is Chase Calabuig coming up. He was the hero yesterday for Midland. Hit a 2-run home run in the 6th inning, which helped the RockHounds momentarily tie the game in that frame, 5-5. After the Cardinals then had pulled back ahead, Calabuig struck with a decisive 3-run shot in the 9th inning. As he takes a fastball fired in there by McGreevy here. Strike number 1 to Calabuig. So a 2-homer day for the veteran outfielder yesterday. As Calabuig is set up, the upright stance in the left-handed side. McGreevy with a quick spin and throw, but diving back in was Schumann. Nothing at 1 count for Calabuig. Well, the pitch to him. Down and in, and the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the Cardinals around the infield behind McGreevy tonight. Jacob Bushberger is playing third base. Shortstop shading up the middle currently is Archimedes Gamboa. Second baseman for the Cardinals is Nick Dunn tonight. This ball down and in. At first base, Chandler Redmond. He holds on Schumann. And back there catching, it is Pedro Pajes. 2 balls and a strike, the count for Calabuig. McGreevy out of the stretch. Gets a chopper to third. Jumping grab by Bushberger on the bounce. He fires to second to get the out there. So a fielder's choice on a nice play by Jacob Bushberger. That ball was a high chopper. And Bushberger had been drawn in a bit to try to be in double play alignment. So had to make a jumping stop as that ball took a high bounce off the dirt. Executed well to get the out at second base. Calabuig is at first on a fielder's choice, 5-4. Brett Harris is the right-handed batter. And a fastball is strike 1 from McGreevy. One on, one down. Just out of the gates at Hammonds Field. Here in game number 12 early on this season. Here's a little looping liner to right field. A base hit for Harris. Scampering to second and stopping is Calabuig. So the second single of the opening inning here for Midland. They've got 2 on and 1 away with Greg Dykman coming to bat. Well, the outfield for the Cardinals today, it's Matt Koperniak playing left field. Mike Antico's got center. Right fielder is Jose Alvarez. We do have a wind once again today. It's listed at 9 miles per hour. Coming across in from left center field, sort of left to right. Direction changing a bit as a fastball is right at the kneecaps. Good pitch by McGreevy. Right in that far low inside portion of the zone to the left-handed batter, Dykman. 0-1 from Michael. Sinking fastball taken for ball number 1. Well, Dykman is batting .267. He's got a home run. 4 runs batted in. Cardinals got him on 4 strikeouts in Tuesday night's game. He then had the afternoon game off yesterday. This is bounced to first base. Redmond brings it in, fires to second for the out there. Down to third does go Calabwig. It's another fielder's choice. This time they put out 3-6. Redmond firing it down to Gamboa, covering at second. So Calabwig's at third. Harris is out at second. On at first base is Dykman. RockHounds have worked him to the corners. McGreevy, though, has 2 outs on the board. And he will face J.J. Schwartz. Number 5 batter today, right-handed hitter. Breaking ball blocked well back there by Pajes. Pedro having to reach across and swat down that curveball from McGreevy in the vacant left-handed batter's box. So 1-0 for Schwartz. He's batting .188 this year. 4 runs batted in. McGreevy spins and fires to first, not in time. Cardinals in the red uniform tops tonight. Springfield birds on the bat on the chest. Red caps, blue bills, the white S logo right on the front. And the 1-0. Angling in there. Good slider by McGreevy for the strike. That was a perfect pitch right at the knees. 69 degrees on the first pitch thermometer, that 9-mile-per-hour breeze. Blue skies above is the 1-1. Bounced sharply right side just by the diving Dunn. It's a base hit to bring in a run. Trying to get around to third base is the runner Dykman. The throw not in time. An RBI single off the bat of Schwartz. And it's 1-0 RockHounds. Well, a play of near misses there. Dunn with an all-out diving try. Just couldn't quite stop that grounder that was hit hard enough to sneak by off the bat of Schwartz. And then Dykman testing out that right arm of Jose Alvarez in right field. Jose's already got 3 outfield assists, but Dykman was just able to go from first to third safely. So Cooper Bowman is the batter. And a fastball is just barely inside for ball 1. Bowman's hitting .219. He's got a home run and 6 runs batted in. Midland strikes first today, 1-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A good slider by McGreevy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two on, 2 down here in the opening inning. Round so far. All 3 of the singles he's allowed in this inning have been ground balls. They've just found little seams to get through. Looking for a strikeout here. The pitch. It is called strike 3. McGreevy places it perfectly at the knees. The off-speed pitch. And it freezes Bowman for the looking strikeout. So the Cardinals get out of it. 2 men left out there. 1 does come in. It's 1-0 Midland. Cards swinging away in the bottom of the first. Next on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Cardinals swinging away here in the bottom of the first inning. RockHounds out to a quick start tonight with a run in the opening stanza. So it's 1-0. And it is Archimedes Gamboa leading off against the right-hander Joey Estes. First one to Gamboa, down and away, ball 1. Gamboa, Koperniak, and Pajes coming up here in the bottom of inning number 1. The right-hander Estes rocks back and fires and finds that bottom of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Estes is 21 years old. He's out of Palmdale, California. 6'2", 215. The pitch. Popped up by Gamboa. Right side, just off the dirt. Now back onto it is the second baseman, Bowman. Had it pop out of his glove momentarily, but is able to squeeze it for the first out of the first inning. So Gamboa goes down on a pop fly. The batter is Matt Koperniak facing Estes for the first time. The Midland right-hander comes in at 0-0, 2.0 ERA. 2 games, 1 start, 9 total innings. As he points it outside to Koperniak for a ball. Only 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. So Estes has barely given up any base runners. As this is looped into shallow right field, it's going to dunk down. A base hit for Koperniak. And Matt continues to get himself on base. Singling here in the first inning. And extending that season opening on base streak now to 11 straight ball games. He's reached base in every game he's played. He's hit safely in 10 of the 11. And it puts a man on for Pedro Pages. Pages, the right-handed batting catcher, has been on fire this week as he takes a fastball that gets a strike called right on that outside edge. Pedro, in just the first 2 games against the RockHounds, Tuesday and Wednesday this week, has gone 5 for 6 with a home run, 8 runs batted in 2 ball games, a double, 2 walks, 2 runs. This is up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. '24-year-old catcher out of Maracay, Venezuela. And the pitch. Hammer deep to center field. Going back on it in a hurry. Schumann twisting and turning. He's got room and he reels it in. Now Pages put a pretty good charge into it. Came off his bat at 101 miles per hour. And he hit it 364 feet. If he pointed that one to left center or right center, it would have had a good chance at going. Really left field or right field. But he hit it straight away center, and it needed 30 more feet. Chandler Redmond attacks the first one and tips it foul for strike 1. So Koperniak remains at first base. They're 2 down now. We'll work around the Midland infield here. Brett Harris is the third baseman, basically playing short right now. Up the middle is the shortstop, Jeremy Eierman, the former MSU Bear. Cooper Bowman, the second baseman, with Redmond taking up and away, 1-1. Holding on Koperniak at first base is Logan Davidson. The catcher is J.J. Schwartz back there. Outfield is Max Schumann in center, Michael Goldberg in left, Greg Dykman in right. Dribbler down the first base side. Estes pounces on it from the mound, flips underhand to first base, and makes a nice 1-3 put out on a little ground ball down the first baseline by Redmond. So Estes keeps the lead intact for Midland. We have played 1. It is 1-0 RockHounds on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. We're off and running here on this Thursday. Top of the second inning at Hammonds Field. Michael McGreevy right back to work. Logan Davidson, the left-handed first baseman, takes a fastball burned in there. Strike 1. Davidson is the number 7 batter tonight. Did not play yesterday's game after a 3-hit day on Tuesday, as McGreevy places a good fastball right on that inside corner. And it's quickly 0-2. Cardinals play him to pull it out of that left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McGreevy getting him with that breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Cardinal righty. One to close the first, this one to start the second. So McGreevy gets rid of Davidson on strikes. That brings up Jeremy Eierman. No stranger to that batter's box here at Hammonds Field. The former standout in his college days across the street at Missouri State. As a fastball is in there, strike number 1. Ironman is batting .147 this year. He's got a home run, 2 runs batted in. Was a second-round pick of the A's back in 2018 as he chops it foul this time and quickly falls behind 0-2. He's had a couple of good games, though. Went 2 for 5 in yesterday's ball game with a double that he powered down the right field line. 3 for 9 in total on the series. The double, a steal. Swing and a miss here, though, and McGreevy gets another one. 3 straight Ks dealt by the Cardinal right-hander. And again, it's that slider for the put-away. Michael Goldberg is the batter digging in. Goldberg set up on the right side. Chops it back to McGreevy, who backhands it in. He'll flip underhand to Redmond at first. And it's a quick 1-2-3 second frame from Michael McGreevy. RockHounds ahead 1-0. We've played 1.5 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Nick Raposo leads off the bottom of the second inning for the Cardinals here on this Thursday at Hammonds Field. It is 1-0 RockHounds. Well, Michael McGreevy just put up a 7-pitch second inning as Raposo goes around about 3/4 of the way on the first pitch from Estes. Strike number 1 for Nick. DHing today. Batting in the 5 spot in the lineup. He has opened up his year hitting .333 as he takes a look at a high fastball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Raposo has a pair of RBIs through 4 games, a double and a triple as well. This pitch ripped at and missed. Estes sneaking it by. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Raposo, the Johnston, Rhode Island native. Calls for time and will step out of the batter's box. RockHounds are in their road orange uniforms. Midland written across the chest in blue. 1-2. Check swing on a tempting breaking pitch. Raposo does not go. So it is 2-2. Estes with the next offering. Back to the fastball and a right back to the strike zone. Called third strike on a heater. So that is the first strikeout for Joey Estes. I'm going to bring up Jose Alvarez for the Cardinals. Now Estes came over to the A's organization in that Matt Olson trade, which was March of 2022. This one's in for, rather just missed a little bit high, I should say, for ball 1 to Alvarez. Cardinals right fielder, right-handed batter, takes a look at a good pitch on the inside edge here. 1-1. Estes spent 2022 in high A ball. This one's down and in. 2-1. First year in the A's system, and he went 3-7, 4.55 ERA, 20 outings, all starts, 91 innings, 92 strikeouts, 30 walks. 2-1. Slider that time, and it's in for a strike on the inside corner. 2-2 with a good breaking ball. 1 down, base is empty, second frame, and Alvarez trying to strike. The pitch. Launched foul by Jose to fight it into the stands on the right field side. The year prior, when Estes was still in the Braves organization, he was in low A ball in Augusta in the Carolina League. And he went 3-6 at 2.91 ERA. Half swing and miss here by Alvarez. Estes with another strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for the Midland righty. The batter coming up is Nick Dunn with 2 down and nobody on. Estes 2 years ago in 2021, in 20 starts, struck out 127 batters. That in 99 innings, so he can rack up the strikeouts as his first to Dunn is right at the knees. That fastball again, 93. Very bottom of the strike zone. It was a good pitch. The next from Estes. The breaking ball that stays outside. 1-1. Well, Nick is in his 9th game of the year. He started off hitting 130, 2 runs batted in. No doubt that batting average is going to climb those. A fastball is taken up and away. 2-1. Dunn able to stop that swing. Nick, a season ago, hit .271 in 112 games for Springfield. That was his second year at Double-A. As he waves through a fastball here, 2-2. Dunn had a tremendous season last year, putting bat on ball. Has a tendency to avoid strikeouts. 2-2 here. Launched foul, fighting away the fastball from Estes. Dunn last year in 112 games, 399 at bats. He struck out only 42 times. Walked 63. And had a very good on base percentage of .379. Takes upstairs here for ball 3. A full count for Dunn. The year before, he'd struck out 59 times and walked 36 in 95 games. So really increased the walk number last year, as this is launched foul out of play to the left field side. So Nick, right on cue, putting in a good battle against Joey Estes. With 2 down and nobody on, Cardinals trailing by a run here in the second. 3-2. Outside and high, ball 4, and Dunn takes a 2-out walk. Terrific plate appearance by Nick Dunn, the likes of which we've really become accustomed to from the former Maryland Terrapin. So it keeps it going for Jacob Buschberger, the powerful right-handed batter, settling in for the first time here against Estes tonight. Buschberger is hitting .133 to start off, a home run, 3 runs batted in. Went 1 for 4 in the ball game yesterday. That slightly open stance. Takes a look at a breaking ball in for strike 1. The Montague, Michigan native wearing 1 long red sleeve. We started off at 69 degrees. This probably feels like a summer night for what he's used to growing up. This is pop foul back out of play. So 0-2 with Estes again charging in front in a count against the Cardinals. On a night that if you get the ball in the air to right field, it's going to have a chance. It might get blown foul, but if you can keep it fair long enough, it's going to fly out that direction. You hit it to left, good luck. This is rolled over, dribbled down the third base line, and we'll keep it at 0-2. That being said, left field is kind of the cozier porch of the two, so it won't be impossible to drive it out of Hammonds Field. It's never impossible to drive it out of Hammonds Field. But that wind is definitely blowing in from left field right now, and it's picked up even since we began. And when we did begin, it was listed at 9 miles per hour. 0-2. High and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last of the second inning, Cardinals trailing by a run. Dunn held by Davidson at first base. The 1-2. Launched to right center field. On his horse is Schumann. He reaches out and can't reel it in. It rolls all the way back to the wall. Around third and coming in is Dunn. Buschberger stands his way into third base with a game-tying triple. Jacob Buschberger evens it 1-1 with a 2-out, 3-base hit just out of the lunging range of Max Schumann in right center field. And that ball was stung by Buschberger, and he had like a little spin on it, a little tail away from Schumann, who just could not ever quite get there. After that, it bounced all the way back to that Latour Asset Management sign, and it was off to the races for the Cardinals. So it's back even right away, 1-1 the score here after the Buschberger triple, his first triple of the year, 4th RBI. And the pitching coach for the RockHounds, Chris Smith, is out for his first visit. And the bottom of the second in a game, for the most part, that Joey Estes has looked unhittable. He was cruising through his first 2 batters faced in this inning. with back-to-back strikeouts to start off the frame, but then that Nick Dunn battle that resulted in a 2-out walk kept the inning going just long enough, and Jacob Buschberger strikes. So Mike Antico is the batter. The conference is over. Estes fires. Swing and a miss. That good fastball to start off with strike one against the left-handed center fielder, with Buschberger the potential go-ahead run just 90 feet away at third. This one is in there as well. A fastball from Estes. Nothing at 2 count. Antico hitting 200 on the dot to start out. 5 runs batted in. 0-2. Just a little bit up and away. Good take by Mike there on a tempting fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes instead, though, with Antico set back up. The 1-2. That one high as well. A fastball from Estes. Antico not chasing after it. So Mike is even the count 2-2. Does have a double and an RBI in this series. Back on Tuesday. The pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. Antico thinking a little bit away, maybe a little bit up. Didn't like it either way, but it's a 3 strikeout frame for Joey Estes. Not, however, before Jacob Buschberger ties the ball game with an RBI triple to bring in Nick Dunn. It's even 1-1 through 2 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Michael McGreevy right back to work. It is a 1-1 tie as we go to the top of the third. And a big curveball starts off Max Schumann with strike 1. Top of the Midland lineup for round 2 here against McGreevy. Schumann, Calabwig, and Harris in the third. Half swing by Schumann. He changed his mind midway through on a good off-speed pitch. It's 0-2. And Schumann calls for time and steps out. Adjusts that front leg guard, ankle guard. Just trying to slow down McGreevy a little bit. Here comes the 0-2. That slider just a little down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, McGreevy navigated through the second inning with just 7 pitches needed. Back-to-back strikeouts, then a comebacker by Goldberg. This one inside, buzzing Schumann. A fastball evening the count, 2-2. Jacob Buschberger even the score a moment ago with a 2-out RBI triple that brought in Nick Dunn. 2-2 here. Called strike 3, the slider again. And McGreevy sits another RockHound down. That is the 4th strikeout already for Michael McGreevy. And he has baffled them with that breaking ball. That brings up Chase Calabwig. 27-year-old veteran outfielder. Hit his first 2 home runs of the year in yesterday's game, including the game winner in the top of the 9th. As it takes a curveball down and in for ball 1. Well, McGreevy is has been bumped up to number 7 in the Cardinal system among the top 30 prospects by MLB.com, as this breaking ball knocked on the ground to Dunn, who backhands at second base and slings it back to first. 4-3 on the ground out. 2 quick outs recorded here in the third inning. That brings up Brett Harris. McGreevy also rated by Baseball America as having the best control in the organization. They've got him as the number 9 prospect in the Cardinals system. Harris in on the right side. The first one right in there. Strike number 1. Well, McGreevy was unhittable throughout the majority of his last outing a week ago in Arkansas, at one point retiring 13 straight travelers. This one down and away. The breaking pitch. 1-1. We saw that last year. I mean, he would go through stretches where he would dominate the opposition in the Texas League. Fastball check swing, and Harris doesn't offer, so it's 2-1 with that pitch inside. All told, McGreevy made 20 starts for Springfield a season ago. 6-4, 4.64 ERA. Is the 2-1. Right on the outer half, a good heater for strike 2. McGreevy wrapped up the season last year with a great close to the season. He allowed 3 runs or fewer in all 5 of his August starts. As the 2-2 is bounced down the right field line just inside the foul line. It heads to the corner. Harris is off to the races, heading for second. He's rounding second, and he's going to cruise into third base. So Harris with a 2-out triple. He was a little late on the fastball, but he drove it the opposite way just inside the first base bag, and it rolled all the way down into the right field corner. 2 for 2 day for Harris so far. His first triple of the season. And in 2.5 innings tonight, we've seen 2 triples already. Buschberger struck with the RBI triple a moment ago to tie it. And now Harris keeps the inning going with a 3-base hit of his own. So Greg Deichmann is the batter, left-handed hitter. First pitch, that slider right on the bottom part of the strike zone for strike number 1. Deichmann bounced into a fielder's choice with a chopper to first base in the first inning. This fastball a touch low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 on the outside corner, strike 2 with a perfect heater. Michael dialing that one up to 95 on that outer black. Now looking for the put away here. The 1-2. The slider, and it's called strike 3. McGreevy strikes again. His 5th K of the game already. And he slams the door on a scoreless top of the 3rd. It's 1-1 through 2.5 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Bottom of the 3rd inning at Hammonds Field coming up. Cardinals and RockHounds tied at 1 run apiece with the top of the Cardinal lineup swinging away against the righty Joey Estes. I want to say a big hello to St. Louis Cardinals minor league medical coordinator Chris Whitman, tuning in from Florida. Breaking ball down and away, 1-0. And really want to say a big hello and a happy birthday Eve to Chris's dog Duper. Getting ready for the big day tomorrow. This one is low. Oh no, it's in there. Strike number 1 to Gamboa. Chris was the trainer here in Springfield for a couple of years. We miss him dearly. We really miss Duper. And hope they have a great birthday celebration as a fastball hits Gamboa. A glancing blow, but Archimedes got nipped by it. And will take his base on at first. So Gamboa is on for the first time today. Matt Koperniak will settle in on the left side. Michael McGreevy has settled into an outstanding groove with another quick and relatively easy 3rd inning, working around that 2-out triple by Harris, but getting out of it with his 5th strikeout already. As Koperniak fouls the first pitch back into the netting, strike 1. That's a season high for McGreevy in terms of strikeouts, and he has done so in just 3 innings. Swing and a foul tip by Koperniak here. Strike 2. Gamboa held at first base by Davidson. Archimedes already up to 2 steals this year. Has yet to be caught on the bases. Inching off the bag currently. The pitch for Koperniak. Down and in. Not chasing after that fastball that came in at 93 miles per hour, by the way, on our Radar Love speed pitch, which is, as always, brought to you by Nick Love at Prudential Advisors. Give Nick Love a call today at 417-889-9662. Gamboa goes on a high fastball. Throw down to second is a little wide, and Archimedes slides in. 3rd steal of the year for Gamboa. And the Cardinals have a man in scoring position with nobody out in this inning. Well, Gamboa picked the wrong pitch to go on, a high fastball. That's what the catcher wants to throw on. but the throw from Schwartz tailed a bit to the shortstop side, and Archimedes might have beaten it anyway, but definitely beat it at that point, as Koperniak tattoos a souvenir into the Coca-Cola Redbird roost. Matt already 1 for 1, extending that season opening on base streak for him to 11 straight games with hits in 10 of them. 2-2. Popped up third base side. Coming in for it is Harris, right inside the line, and he'll put it away. Where the pop fly caught by Brett Harris. Gamboa stays put at second. Brings up Pedro Pages. Trying to keep swinging this week. Set a career high with 5 runs batted in back in Tuesday's drubbing of Midland. The 12-5 Cardinal win. Pedro then added 3 more RBIs in the day game yesterday. Not a bad little week. 8 RBIs in 2 games. This is a little bit high for ball 1. And got a great note from the Texas League Hall of Fame voice of the RockHounds, Bob Hards, before the game today, as the 1-0 on the inside edge, 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Tulsa Drillers have an outfielder back on their team from last year named Andy Pages, who is one of the top prospects in the Dodgers system. And Andy Pages was just named the player of the week in large part for what he did against the RockHounds last week in Midland. Had a great series. Bouncer here by Pedro Pages is gloved at short and thrown over to first base by Eierman. 6-3 ground out, retires Pages with Gamboa staying at second on the bouncing ball. So 1 on, 2 down, and Chandler Redmond digging in. But 1 week after Andy Pages tore apart the RockHounds last week, Pedro Pages has no relation to Andy Pages, but continued to torment Midland. So they're going to be happy to face any team that does not have anybody named Pages. As this breaking ball's on the outside edge, strike 1. Chandler Redmond leading the Texas League with 4 home runs early this year. Batting .275, up to 12 runs batted in. 4th best total in that category, and he hammers this deep to right field. Sailing away, back there, and it's on top of the clubhouse. Might have cleared the clubhouse even. A 2-run home run for Chandler Redmond, 447 feet away. Number 5 on the year for the Cardinals slugger, and it's 3-1. That was an absolute blast by Redmond. 447 feet the distance. My goodness. So Redmond up to 14 RBIs. Now the first one to Nick Raposo. Down and in for ball 1. Raposo ready on the right side. Takes a look at ball number 2. That one might have landed close to home clubhouse manager A.J. Daniger's car out there. So we wish him the best of luck, but that's right around his parking spot as the fastball is on the outside edge, 2-1. That thing just was majestic. 3-1 Cardinals. This is fouled right back into the top of the screen. And of course, Redmond, who should get a statue for all of the Volt Credit Union home runs for good he has hit through the years, and he connects on another one. That means another donation from our good friends at Volt Credit Union for the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools. Total amount through the years, over $4,500 donated by Volt Credit Union to the Foundation for SPS. This is popped up, first base side by Raposo, back of the dirt, and Davidson reels it in over the shoulder. So a quick wrap up to the inning. And Chandler Redmond powers the Cardinals ahead 3-1. You can revolt against banking as usual, by the way, and join Volt Credit Union today at voltcu.org. 3-1 Cardinals through 3 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Michael McGreevy right back to work. Top of the 4th inning. Cardinals powering in front thanks to the mighty swing of Chandler Redmond. We just hit the ball 447 feet a moment ago. So fastball is down and in for ball one to J.J. Schwartz. So RockHounds back at bat. It is Schwartz, Bowman, and Davidson. As McGreevy burns a fastball in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Redmond is up to 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in now. The 5 homers lead the league. 14 RBIs are right among the league's top totals. Here's a chopper to short. Gamboa waits back, backhands it in, fires a strong throw to first base. And made it look easy with the catcher Schwartz chugging down that baseline. Put down by Gamboa, though, 6-3 for the first out of the inning. Brings up Cooper Bowman, the right-handed second baseman. The other note about Redmond now, talking about Koperniak's impressive on-base streak. Well, Chandler Redmond now has both a 7-game hitting and RBI streak. This one down and outside, the curveball to Bowman. So it's been a solid week of baseball for Chandler Redmond, each day collecting at least 1 base hit and driving in at least 1 run. Outstanding. Breaking pitch on the inner half. McGreevy snaps it in there, and the count 1-1 for Cooper Bowman, the right-handed batting second baseman. He was strikeout victim number 1 today as he takes a fastball at the knees, and it's strike 2. McGreevy is up to 5 strikeouts. As Bowman calls for time, now steps back in, trying to slow down the Cardinal righty. McGreevy fires. Breaking ball down and away. Good take by Bowman, not chasing that slider. That's been the primary put-away pitch for McGreevy so far. 4-pitch repertoire for the 22-year-old out of San Clemente, California. The pitch here. Swing and a miss. McGreevy gets number 6 on the day. And there are 2 down in the 4th inning. Placed it just outside, and Bowman cut right through the off-speed pitch. 6 strikeouts for Michael McGreevy. The batter is Logan Davidson. Cardinals play him to pull it on the infield. First one is pulled foul by the Cardinals' first base dugout. Strike 1. McGreevy has a career high for strikeouts of 9 of them. Got to that number on April 26, 2022 against Wisconsin when he was still in high A ball, almost exactly a year ago. This fastball up and inside, 1-1. Next from the righty, rip back up the middle. Davidson is on with a sharp single. So a 2-out base hit by Logan Davidson keeps the 4th inning going. And we'll bring up Jeremy Ironman here. 1 on, 2 down. 3-1 Cardinal lead. They tied it with a Jacob Buschberger RBI triple in the 2nd. And then the incredible 2-run home run by Chandler Redmond a moment ago in the 3rd. This one a half swing bouncer to the right side just by McGreevy. Barehanded by Dunn. Flips to first. Not in time. Ironman beats it out. A great try by Dunn, who had a long run in from second base on that ball. But Ironman has his 3rd infield single of the week. Down to second goes Davidson. Michael Goldberg is the batter. That ball by Ironman had eyes on it. It just was far enough to the right side of the infield and hit just barely hard enough to get it by McGreevy, who sprinted off the mound for it. Then it was up to Dunn, who did everything he could. First pitch slider whipping in for strike 1. Right-handed batting Goldberg hit the home run against Adam Wainwright yesterday. Only runs the RockHounds got against Waino in that rehab start. Next pitch to him, ripped at and missed, strike 2. Good off-speed offering by McGreevy. Goldberg has gotten out to a great start this year. He's batting .333, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. 2 on, 2 down. 0-2. Swinging strikeout. McGreevy bent it to the dirt. Pages, though, has it. Fires to first in time to close the K with a 2-3 put out on it. It is the 7th strikeout dealt by McGreevy today. Wrapping up another scoreless frame in the 4th. Cardinals lead at 3-1. We've played 3.5 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Jose Alvarez leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 3-1 Cardinals. And a curveball from Estes starts off the Cardinal right fielder for strike 1. Alvarez done, and Buschberger coming up here in the last of the 4th. This fastball is outside. 1-1 for Alvarez, batting .308. Has 2 runs batted in. This is his 8th game of the year. And he launches this to right center field towards the gap, though, Schumann, and he'll put it away, pivoting as he does. So a fly out opens up the frame. Nick Dunn is the batter now. He worked the big walk in the 2nd that came with 2 away. And this is fouled back right under the production room into the suite level down below. Already the 7th walk of the year for Dunn. That kept the inning alive, and Buschberger then torpedoed the triple to right center. Breaking pitch outside, and the count is 1-1. Game 3 of this series, both sides looking for the advantage in the game count after the Cardinals took the opener on Tuesday night. Dunn launches this to center field. Shallow, however. Coming in for it is Schumann. He'll squeeze it above that left shoulder. So Nick retired for the first time today. There are 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 4th. With the batter, Jacob Buschberger, coming back up for the first time since his run-scoring triple. Cardinals, I think, probably left yesterday feeling like they really should have started off the week 2-0. They controlled most of the game, did not allow a shutdown inning all game, including the 9th, as this is ripped down the left field line by Buschberger. Hustling over is Goldberg. Buschberger trying for 2. Here's the throw to second. Buschberger dives in with a double now. A triple in the 2nd inning, a double here in the 4th inning. And Jacob Buschberger is dialed in on this Thursday. His first double of the year. And it keeps the inning going for Mike Antico. Antico set up on the left side. Estes back to the stretch. And he pins a slider down and in for ball 1. Mike ready. Went down on a looking strikeout he did not like in the 2nd inning. As Estes fires, gets a swing and a miss, and it's strike number 2. No, strike number 1, excuse me. 1-1 count. RockHounds are at 1-6-0 out there on the board. Cardinals at 3-4-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball. It's 1-2 now. Antico trying to place a base hit and to get the Cardinals another 2-out run. So far they have exclusively scored with 2 outs in innings. Here's a fastball just inside. Estes wanted that one. He was to the base of the mound heading back to the dugout, but that punch out never came from the home plate umpire. It's Malcolm Smith back there today. So an even count, 2-2 for Antico. The pitch. Swing and a miss, an off-speed offering by Estes that time. And he works around the double by Buschberger to get back to a scoreless inning for the first time since the 1st. Cardinals are up 3-1 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. This game moves to the top of the 5th inning. Some Thursday night Cardinal baseball here on 106.7 The River at Valley Live. Appreciate you making us a part of your Thursday. So far, so good for the Cardinals, leading it 3-1. Michael McGreevy right back to work. Slams that rosin bag. He's ready to go. Top of the lineup for the RockHounds. Their third tour through the order against the Cardinal righty. Winters the fifth inning with just 55 pitches needed so far. And he finds that outer edge with a good curveball for strike one. McGreevy already with a season high 7 strikeouts through just 4 innings. 0-1 fastball right on the outer corner. 0-2. And McGreevy coming right after Max Schumann, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Schumann calls for time. He'll tighten up those batting gloves and step back in. McGreevy kicks. And a breaking ball is outside. 1-2. Well, join us tomorrow, 6:35, first pitch at Hammonds Field. Some Friday night baseball, followed by some Friday night fireworks. 1-2, swinging strikeout. It's number 8 on the day, dealt by Michael McGreevy. And again, right back to that breaking ball for the punch out. So McGreevy rocking and rolling out there. Now it's Chase Calabuig. Calabuig 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice. A ground out as well. A fastball is down and in for ball 1. After the Friday night fireworks tomorrow, we've got a Saturday ball game at 6:05. Sunday at 1:35, closing out the homestand. This is ripped on a line left field. It gets down. Koperniak plays it on a bounce. Opposite field single, though, for Calabuig. 1 on, 1 down. Brett Harris, the batter. Cardinals then hit the road for Wichita next week. 6 games at Riverfront Stadium against those Wind Surge, before coming back home on May the 2nd. We've got back-to-back day games, May 2nd and 3rd. And a bunch of fun coming up in the month of May. First pitch, breaking ball outside to Brett Harris. Well, Harris has had the best success of anybody in this lineup against McGreevy so far. With a single and a triple, he is 2 for 2 at the outset. Cardinals hoping for a chance to turn 2. And this instead is drilled in the air down the right field line, twisting, and it does sail foul. Right into the Ozark Fence and Supply Company home bullpen. 1-1 count for Harris. Harris is from Arlington Heights, Illinois. 7th rounder in 2021. Played his college ball with Nick Trodrelick-Iverson, Cardinal reliever at Gonzaga. Throw to first base, not in time. And the Harris families traveled down from Illinois, adorned in Oakland Athletics green. A couple of Harris RockHound jerseys down there as well. I assume that's his family. This breaking ball is knocked into the netting, and it's 1-2. Now, on a day that obviously not great news for the Oakland Athletics, or the city of Oakland, the community of Oakland, the A's reaching an agreement, a binding agreement for a land deal in Las Vegas. Swing and a miss here, and McGreevy has another one. It's his 9th strikeout of the day, and that ties a career high for Michael McGreevy. My goodness. So 2 down in the inning. Greg Dykman is the batter. I was about to say, though, on a day obviously not a happy one for A's fans in Oakland, at least, as it certainly appears they're going to be headed to Vegas, I believe, by 2027 is the time frame. This is put in the air, left center field. Antico darting over for it in the gap, and Mike runs it down with no problem out there. quick inning for McGreevy in the top of the 5th. And the Cardinals leading the way 3-1 midway through this ballgame on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Well, Michael McGreevy up to 9 strikeouts through 5 innings, matching a career high for Ks for the Cardinal righty. And Springfield picks him up here for the bottom of the 5th. They lead it 3-1, and they're facing a new right-hander with Shohei Tomioka taking over on the mound. And zipping in a fastball for strike 1. So U.S. Cellular called to the bullpen on the Midland side. Archimedes Gamboa, the batter, on the left-hand side. The pitch. A little low with a fastball. It's 1-1. At U.S. Cellular, you know you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply, so visit uscellular.com for details. Pitch to Gamboa. Fastball at the knees. A good one there by Tomioka. So the count 1-2. Shohei Tomioka is from Kurobe, Japan. 23 years old. He's 6 feet even. 197 out there. And the pitch. Bouncer towards the middle of the infield. The shortstop ranges all the way to the right side, and Ironman makes a nice play. A long run to get to that chopper by Gamboa, but Jeremy Ironman playing short today and able to get there and make the throw to first. So one down to start off the inning. Matt Koperniak is coming up. We'll have the final line for the Midland starter Joey Estes here in a moment. Tomioka with the first to Koperniak, and it's on the outer half, strike 1. Well, Tomioka is 27 years old. 3rd season in pro ball in the States after signing on with the A's back in 2021. 0-1, and it's ripped right back into the backstop by Koperniak. 0-2. 3rd outing for Tomioka this year. It's his first year of Double-A ball after being in High A Lansing the last 2 seasons. 3 2/3 innings this year so far. 3 hits, no runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Fastball up and away to Koperniak. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the line ends up closing for Estes at 4 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits, a walk, and 4 Ks. And the fastball here is called strike 3 on Koperniak. Something that does not happen very often. Matt Koperniak going down on a strikeout. Tomioka dialed that one up to 97. So rearing back for the 3rd strike. What I was trying to say, by the way, in the previous inning about the A's and the land deal in Vegas and everything, whenever Oakland comes to town, or whenever Midland comes to town, you see more Oakland A's gear down there at Oakland Green than you might assume that you would in Springfield, Missouri. As this is up and outside, a fastball to Pages. They've got that loyal fan base. Just looks like it's going to be shifting east a little bit to Vegas. 1-0 for Pedro. Right along the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one at 96 out of the right hand of Shohei Tomioka. Pages 0 for 2 today. Fly out to center, a ground out to short. Pitch to him. Fouled away. Pedro's knocking that over the Spring Net Champions Club in right field. Cardinals ahead 3-1 here on this Thursday night. Bottom of the 5th inning with Pages trying to keep this inning alive for Springfield. They have mentioned last inning they've struck exclusively with 2 outs in innings. The RBI triple by Buschberger came with 2 away in the 2nd. And then Redmond obliterating the baseball in the 3rd for the 2-run homer was with 2 outs. Here's a fly ball hit high but medium deep to right center. Chasing after it, Schumann. It ends up in the glove of Dykman from right field. That one got up in the wind and kept being blown away from Schumann. Ended up being the right fielder's grab. So it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Tomioka out of the Midland bullpen. We've played 5 innings with the Cardinals ahead 3-1 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Michael McGreevy right back to work. Top of the 6th inning, 3-1 Cardinals. J.J. Schwartz, the right-handed batter. He's their catcher. And he takes down and away for ball 1. Schwartz does have the lone Midland RBI in this game with a base hit that drove in the first run of the game. That was way back in the first inning. This fastball down and away from Michael. So says home plate umpire Malcolm Smith. So 2-0 the count for Schwartz. This one's on the outside edge. Good fastball from McGreevy for the strike. Well, McGreevy is loaded up on strikes in this ballgame. He has matched a career high with 9 strikeouts today. Slider off the inside edge. 3-1. McGreevy had never struck out 9 in a Double-A ball game. Did on April 26th of last year when still in High A with Peoria. 3-1 delivery here. A fastball right on the outside edge, and McGreevy's forced it full. So he is a strike away from a new career high. And he fires the payoff pitch. Bouncer to third, backhanded by Buschberger, brought in well, and a bullet across to Redmond gets Schwartz on an inning opening 5-3 ground out. One down to start off the frame. It brings up Cooper Bowman. Second baseman, right-handed batter. In the 6th spot in the lineup tonight. Bowman has gone down on a strikeout twice in this ballgame. First one to him here. Fastball zipped in, strike 1. Bowman went down looking in the first inning, then went down swinging in the 4th inning. 0-1. Swing and a miss on the heater. It's 0-2. That is not the count you want to be in against Michael McGreevy tonight. Bowman calls for time and steps out of the batter's box. 1 down and nobody on. Cardinals ahead by 2 here in the 6th inning. McGreevy peers in over the top of the black mitt. The pitch. Bounce to short. Gamboa right there. Backhands on the hop and fires to first base, just getting the speedy Bowman. 6-3 on the putout. Couple of groundouts open up the inning. That'll bring up Logan Davidson, who has 1 out of 2 with a base hit and one of those strikeouts. Now McGreevy, when not striking out RockHounds, has really kept him on the ground. There has been only 1 air out induced by McGreevy. A fastball is on the outside corner for the strike. That was the fly out by Dykeman to center in the 5th inning. Other than that, it's been all strikeouts and groundouts. 0-1. Just a touch high from McGreevy with that fastball. It's 1-1. And that really, I mean, that's obviously a great way to pitch regardless of where you are, but especially at a ballpark like Hammonds Field. You don't want to live in the air. This is low. 2-1. Always 1 pitch away from having one sneak over the cozy confines here at Hammonds Field, and then you add the wind, which is normally blowing out somewhere. McGreevy with a breaking ball, gets a ground ball to second. Done right there, plucks it up off the dirt, whips it to first base. 3 quick groundouts for Michael McGreevy in the 6th inning. And the Cardinal right-hander rolls along with the Cards ahead 3-1 through 5.5 on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Chandler Redmond opens up the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1 Cardinals, and the first one from Shohei Tomioka is down and outside to the Cardinal slugger. Cards and RockHounds on this Thursday in downtown Springfield. Starting to cool off a little bit here at the ballpark as Redmond swings through a good slider by Tomioka there. 1-1. Now, the last time Chandler was up, he sent one into orbit beyond everything at right field. I'm pretty sure it cleared the clubhouse out there. Normally you can see it bounce on top of the roof. 1-1 delivery. A fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Strike 2. We'll have to send Cardinals Vice President of Baseball and Business Ops, Scott Smolzinski, out looking for that one. Smols normally is the guy that gets up on top of that training facility and collects the baseballs down from up there. This one down and in, 2-2. I'm not sure he's going to have to get on the roof to get the Redmond home run ball, though. I'm fairly certain that one threatened our cars out there in the parking lot. 5th of the year for Chandler, the league leader in homers. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a good curveball by Tomioka. So the second strikeout for this right-hander, Shohei Tomioka, who took over in the 5th inning. Navigated in order through the top third of the Cardinal lineup. And the batter is Nick Raposo on the right side. One down, nobody on. Fastball down and away for ball one. Cardinals would love to keep the foot on the pedal and just keep building that lead out. After holding a lead for so much of yesterday's game, just to have the RockHounds strike late. Raposo rips it right back to the netting, foul. 1-1. Well, tomorrow on the mound, the matchup is going to be the Cardinal lefty Kenny Hernandez up against the Midland right-hander Ryan Cusick. This pitch outside, 2-1. That's a 6:35 start time tomorrow for the Friday night ball game with fireworks after it. We'll of course have it all for you right here on 106.7 The River and Valley Live. This fastball on the outside corner, 2-2. Get you going with the Coyotes Sports Cafe of Springfield pregame show tomorrow at 6:20. Then 6:05 first pitch on Saturday, 1:35 on Sunday. 2-2. And that's skipped foul by Raposo. Tomioka tricky out there. He kind of changes up the cadence of his delivery. That last one trying to put away Raposo really slowed down the motion. Deliberately kind of slowly lifting that front leg up to start the windup. There it is again. Breaking ball is grounded softly to third. Charging in is Harris. Gloves it up and throws it over. 5-3 on the putout. Taken care of by Brett Harris. That brings up Jose Alvarez. Cardinals right fielder. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center. Even stance, waving the bat over that back shoulder. 22-year-old native of Venezuela. And he smacks this foul right back out of play. Alvarez had gotten out to a great start. He hit in each of his first 5 games in a row. Was batting .429 in that early hitting streak of his. 0-1 delivery. Back to that fastball and right along that outer edge. Alvarez with a little glare back. 95 miles per hour right around that outside corner. Tomioka charges in front, 0-2. The pitch. Alvarez able to spoil a good breaking ball. Dribbled it foul to stay alive at 0-2. Cardinal line is 3-4-0. The RockHounds are at 1-7-0. Gotten a couple of hits against Michael McGreevy, but he has struck out 9 of them. That has worked around trouble. 0-2. Down and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Really hasn't been a whole lot of trouble. 6 of the 7 hits have been singles. And he's only allowed RockHounds into scoring position in 3 innings. Here's the 1-2 for Alvarez. Rifled foul over the Cardinals dugout. Caroming off the netting over to the first base coach, Will Hawks, who will flip it back into the dugout. They play Jose Alvarez straight away on the infield and outfield. 2 down, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-2. the curve, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3, with Tomioka picking up his 3rd K to wrap up his 2nd inning. Cardinals, though, lead it 3-1. We go to the 7th on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Michael McGreevy back to work. Cardinal right-hander out there for the 7th. Jeremy Eierman, Michael Goldberg, and Max Schumann facing McGreevy here in his 7th inning. So Michael, who pitched into the 8th inning last week, carries the Cardinals into the 7th so far today. Here's a bouncer by the diving Buschberger just inside the left field line. Eierman digging for 2nd. The throw from Kaperniak, and he is called safe at 2nd base. Oh, the Cardinals in disbelief. The tag looked like it was on the chest of Eierman, so the only possibility that Jeremy was safe on that dive was if his hand snuck in first. Got a replay on Bally Live here, so we'll kind of keep an eye on it. And it's possible that Eierman got that right hand to the back half of 2nd base and almost did a little swim move to avoid the glove of Dunn. A great dive to even open up the possibility of being safe. That was a really good throw from Kaperniak. Now a bunt try, skips it foul. So it's strike 1 for Michael Goldberg. Cardinals ahead 3-1. Inning opening double by Eierman, who's 2 out of 3 today. And now 5 for 12 here in his return to Hammonds Field. 0-1 for Goldberg. Lifted to center field, shallow. Antico charging in, still coming on. He gets there and makes the catch on the run. Eierman back to 2nd base on a little fly out to shallow center for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 down, and a little movement beginning in the Cardinals' home bullpen. With a right-hander warming up down there. Believe it is Nick Trodrlik-Iverson. Saw a 6 on the back. Max Schumann, the leadoff man, ready. Fastball is not called strike 1. It's ball 1. Perhaps a little bit high. Cardinals play Schumann to pull it out of that right-handed side. Redmond is way off the bag at first. About as far away as you can play and still be able to cover. This fastball has the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chandler backs up a little bit. Outfield angled to play. Schumann to kind of go with the wind the opposite way. 1-1. Lifted to shallow center. A little blue base hit to 3rd, and being waved home is the runner Eierman. The throw is cut off, and it's an RBI base hit for Schumann. The RockHounds are within a run here. It's 3-2 Cardinals. Schumann not exactly tearing the cover off the ball, but was able to just punch it back into shallow center, uncatchable for any Cardinal. And really a good piece of situational hitting, dunking it down in no man's land out there and collecting the RBI. So 1 on, 1 down. It's a 1-run ball game, and we've got another good one between the Cardinals and the RockHounds. McGreevy out of the stretch. That breaking ball not getting the outside edge. And it goes as ball 1. Chase Callawig, the left-handed batter, is 1 for 3. Single and a run in the ball game. Redmond holds Schumann at first. Here's a ground ball to short. Gamboa gloves it up. He'll stop on the bag himself. Fires to first and turns it double play. Well, exactly what the Cardinals needed to wrap up the rally and allow just 1 run in the top of the 7th. And Archimedes Gamboa double play induced by Michael McGreevy. Time to stretch at Hammonds Field. It's 3-2 Cards on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Nick Dunn opening up the bottom of the 7th inning. RockHounds are within a run after scratching one across in the top of the frame. So it's 3-2 Cardinals. Midland goes to the bullpen with a new righty out there, Calvin Coker. First pitch to Dunn, chopped to the right side. The second baseman, Bowman, plays a high bounce and slings it to first in plenty of time. One pitch from Coker gets Dunn to open up the inning. U.S. Cellular called to the bullpen on the Midland side. At U.S. Cellular, you could get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply, so visit uscellular.com for details. Jacob Buschberger ready on the right side. Breaking ball down and away. Taken for ball number 1. Buschberger is 2 for 2 with an RBI triple and a double in this ball game, having a terrific day in the batter's box. And the pitch from Coker. Down and outside, 2-0. Well, Calvin Coker, the righty, after 2 very good innings by Shohei Tomioka, struck out 3 and a pair of perfect frames out of the Midland bullpen. This one is ripped foul right back into the screen. Buschberger just missing. 2-1. Coker's 27 years old. He's out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Drafted by the A's in 2018, a 15th rounder from Auburn. 2-1 delivery. Rip right back up the middle and through. Base hit for Buschberger. A 3-hit ball game. And Jacob is now just missing the home run for the cycle. An RBI triple, a double, and now a single for Jacob Buschberger. So a terrific day for the Cardinals third baseman. Here comes the Cardinals center fielder, Mike Antico. Coker fires the first, down and in for ball 1. Goes without saying, the Cardinals would love to get that run back. Open it back up to a multi-run lead against this Midland team who overcame a 1-run lead in the 9th inning yesterday. 1-0 for Antico. Bounce to first base, glove there by Davidson. Stops on the bag for 1, fires to second for 2. 3 unassisted, 3-6 double play. Perfectly done by Logan Davidson, and Ironman covering at second. So a quick wrap up to the 7th. It is 3-2 Cardinals on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Top of the 8th inning, Cardinals go to the bullpen for the first time all day long after 7 terrific innings by Michael McGreevy. It is the righty Nick Trodgerlick Iverson to take over. And his first one to Brett Harris, down and outside for ball 1. Cardinals ahead by 1. It's 3-2. 1-0 to Harris, right at the knees from Trodgerlick Iverson. 1-1 count for the third baseman Harris, who is 2 for 3 today with a single and a triple. This one a little bit low, 2-1. Well, Trodgerlick Iverson takes over here to take on his former college teammate at Gonzaga. 2-1 delivery. Rip and a miss by Harris, 2-2. So U.S. Cellular called to the bullpen. With U.S. Cellular, you can get one line for just $29.99 with unlimited data. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details. 2-2 delivery. Inside, it was a changeup, and it gets Harris on the, I think, right arm as he sort of tried to stop his swing. The hands came through a little bit and exposed that right hand, I believe, is where it got him. On an increasingly cool evening, there's no way that feels good as the athletic trainer Jake Ruthier very quickly checks on him. And Harris shakes that hand down to first base. So a hit batter to open the inning. Cardinals ahead by 1. And the cleanup hitter, Greg Dykman, is ready. 4th outing for Trodgerlick Iverson this year. A fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Perfect pitch for strike 1. 5 1/3 innings for Nick so far this season. 5 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. And he takes over for McGreevy. As this breaking ball down and in, it's 1-1. Michael today 7 innings. Getting into the 7th, or getting through the 7th for the second straight start after 7 2/3 innings last week. 2 runs allowed today, 9 hits, no walks, and matches a career high with 9 strikeouts. Double-A high for the right-hander. His throw to first base, not in time. So back-to-back outings, either matching or setting a career high for McGreevy. Last Thursday, it was a career high for innings, going 7 2/3 in that game in Arkansas. And today, matching the mark with 9 Ks. Runner goes on a high fastball, throw to second, and Pages got him at the bag. Pedro Pages with a perfect strike to second base. Brett Harris caught stealing 2-6. With Archimedes Gamboa putting the tag on, the ball popped out of his mitt, but called out on that play was Harris. And a terrific throw by Pedro Pages. As he takes a changeup, or catches a changeup outside for the left-handed batter, Greg Deichmann. Chodrlik Iverson with a fastball, that one glancing back off Pages. Home plate umpire Malcolm Smith wanting to give Pedro a moment. Pedro saying, I'm fine, let's keep it rolling. Pages is now 4 for 12 catching runners this year, so 33% success rate. And the 3-2 just a little bit outside. So that goes as ball 4. And Deichmann is on. It was a very good-looking fastball. Deichmann at first base. Redmond will hold him on. J.J. Schwartz, right-handed batter. 2 out of 5 yesterday with a double and a single. He was the cleanup hitter in that ball game. Batting 5th today. Rip and a miss and a good off-speed pitch. Strike 1. Cardinals have led this game since the 3rd when Chandler Redmond annihilated the baseball with a 446-foot 2-run home run to right field. Tapper foul back behind the plate. It's 0-2. Jacob Buschberger had tied it in the 2nd with an RBI triple. RockHounds took a lead on Schwartz's RBI base hit in the 1st frame, but then that was all they got against McGreevy until the base hit by Schumann plated run number 2 for Midland in the 7th. The pitch here. Chopper back off the glove of Chodrlik Iverson. Dunn charges in, gloves it up, fires to first for 1. The throw to second behind the runner. Not quite there as it popped out of the glove of Gamboa. A heck of a try by Chandler Redmond trying to double up Deichmann, who took a wide turn past second. So it's a 1-4-3 ground out. Chodrlik Iverson knocked it down initially. Dunn then darting in on that ball. And crucially still able to get the out at first base. So Deichmann is at second. A single could bring him in. Cooper Bowman is the batter. Right-handed second baseman. Rip and a miss on a good breaking ball by Chodrlik Iverson. Nothing at 1 count for Bowman. He's 0 for 3 today. McGreevy got him on a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to short. The 0-1. This one down and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals have the outfield playing as shallow as they can. They're going to be firing home to try to keep Deichmann from scoring on a single. 3-2, Springfield ahead. 1-1. That change on the inside edge. A good pitch there for strike 2. They've kept Bowman 0 for 6 in the series. Roger Iverson ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He fires. Fastball called, strike 3. Roger Iverson burns it in at 94. Right after that changeup, it freezes Bowman for the looking strikeout. Cardinals hanging on to a 3-2 lead midway through the 7th, or the 8th, I should say, on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Top of the Cardinal lineup looking for a little insurance here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2 Springfield lead. And the first one of the frame to Archimedes Gamboa from Calvin Coker. Snuck in over that outside edge. Strike 1 for the Cardinals leadoff man, batting left-handed, the switch hitter. And he takes in that same spot right on that outside corner for strike 2. Gamboa 0 for 2 with a pop to second, a ground out to short, was hit, stole a bag, and scored all in the 3rd. But he bounces this foul down the first base line. Well, Archimedes has been just scorching hot. On a 4-game hitting streak coming into today, 9 for 15. That is a .600 batting average over those 4 games. Bounces this softly left side. Harris away from third, gloves it up, moving to his left, and fires across to first base. That retires Gamboa. Out number 1 to open up the last of the 8th inning. Matt Koperniak will settle into the batter's box. 1 for 3 today. Singled back in the opening inning. First time facing Coker, who angles a slider right at the bottom of the zone. Koperniak 4 for 11 on the week. 2 walks. He has scored 4 runs. 0-1 pitch. Launched on a line straightaway center and down for a base hit. Matt Koperniak smoking that ball right back to center field. Only question was, did he hit it hard enough to keep it in the air long enough for Schumann to have a chance on? And the answer was no. So a base hit for Koperniak. 1 on, 1 down. Here comes Pedro Pages. He's 0 for 3 today after driving in 8 runs in the first 2 games of this series. The pitch to him. Hammered to left field. That one's deep, but not quite deep enough. In the gap, it's Goldberg, and he puts it away with the wind still blowing in from left center. No doubt knocking that fly ball down in a hurry. That's normally the direction you want to hit it at Hammonds Field. It typically blows out to left here, but the exact opposite tonight. So 2 down, Koperniak back to first. Here's Chandler Redmond. First pitch to him. A fastball down and in for ball 1. Redmond with a 2-run home run to right field. That was back in the 3rd inning. And the 1-0. Drilled deep down the left field line, bending towards the corner, and foul up onto the side berm. That is the corner that sometimes you can kind of tuck it inside that left field pole 315 feet away and get some home runs that you wouldn't necessarily get in other places. That one just sailed a little too far to the left, though. So the 1-1 coming up for Redmond. Just outside, the slider trying for that backdoor corner, but not getting it. So Coker down to the count, 2-1. Third pitcher on the mound for Midland today. Cardinals have needed only 2. The pitch. Down and outside, and a hitter's count here for Redmond. Leading everybody in the Texas League with 5 home runs. Up to 14 runs batted in through just the first 12 games. Next one for him, whips in a good breaking ball by Coker. So the count full. Koperniak will get a head start on every pitch from here on out. Redmond tightens up the batting gloves and steps back in. Davidson's going to keep holding Koperniak at first base just to try to keep him close. As the 3-2, Koperniak goes, rip and a miss on a good slider. And Coker gets through it with a strikeout. So the one-run lead's going to have to do it. Cardinals trying to close out a 3-2 advantage in the top of the ninth. Next on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network. Top of the ninth inning at Hammonds Field. Logan Sawyer comes in for the Cardinals to try to slam the door here against the RockHounds. Logan Davidson, Jeremy Eierman, and Michael Goldberg. The lower third of the Midland lineup coming up. So Sawyer, the veteran righty, set up on the far first base side. First pitch to Davidson, a fastball, and it's burned in at 94, right on that outside corner. Good start here for Logan Sawyer. Knoxville, Tennessee native. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Good changeup that time. 10 miles per hour slower than the fastball. Cardinals play Davidson to pull it out of that left-handed batter's box. He is 1 for 3 today. Sawyer toes the rubber from the far first base side on the mound. The 0-2. Driven in the air, left field. Koperniak sizes it up, a couple strides in even, and puts it away for the first out here in the ninth inning. Now Davidson hitting it the wrong direction tonight into that wind coming in from left. Sawyer is 6'4", 230 out there on the mound. 30-year-old, originally drafted by the Rockies in 2014. 29th round pick back then as he spins a good breaking ball on the inside corner. Played his college ball at Lincoln Memorial in Tennessee. And trying to slam the door on this Thursday night at Hammonds Field. Jeremy Eierman, the batter, the 0-1. A fastball, not getting that high strike. 95 on the radar gun. 1 ball and 1 strike for Eierman, who's got a single and a double today. 2 out of 3 in total. The pitch. Bouncing down and away for ball 2. Cardinals ahead 3-2 after the RockHounds pulled within a run in the 7th inning. Sawyer set up right at the belt buckle. The pitch. Drilled deep down the left field side. That is way foul. And onto the basketball court it goes. Sawyer will try again. The 2-2. Upstairs with a fastball. Eierman doesn't go up after it. 4th outing of the year for Sawyer. He's thrown 3 2/3 innings in total. 4 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Payoff pitch. Foul, the right back. Boy, power versus power there. Sawyer bringing a 94-mile-per-hour heater right in on the hands of Eierman. See how quick those hands are of the former Missouri State Bear. He's hit some big home runs in this ballpark throughout his college career. 3-2. Driven deep to left center field. Antico back, the wind helping. Antico's under it, and he's got it in deep center field for out number 2. Well, on another night, that one might have gone off the bat of Eierman. He hit that ball pretty well. But Mike Antico playing the wind perfectly and able to reel it in. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Michael Goldberg. RockHounds down to their final out. And a slider is just down and away. Ball 1. Goldberg 0 for 3 today. Ground ball back to the mound. A strikeout and a fly out to center. The pitch. Just along the outside edge. A perfect breaking ball that time. 1-1. Cardinals up 3-2. 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. Sawyer fires. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. And Logan's got Goldberg down to his final strike. Sawyer set to deal. The 1-2. Driven on the ground, left side, off the scrambling try of Buschberger. It trickles into left field and will be a base hit for Michael Goldberg. Well, a ground ball precisely placed to the left side of the infield with Buschberger and Gamboa going after it. Jacob with kind of a sliding try on it. Got to it, couldn't bring it in cleanly though, and it trickles into shallow left. So the RockHounds not done yet. Top of the lineup, Max Schumann is coming up with the potential tying run at first base. Sawyer, the Cardinal right-hander, set. The pitch. A fastball just a little bit high for ball 1. Redmond holds on Goldberg at first. 1-0. Right in there with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 on, 2 down. Late here at Hammonds Field. Cardinals have been in the driver's seat since pulling in front in the 3rd inning. The 1-1. Up and in with a changeup, and Schumann was able to bend out of the way of it and check that swing. Schumann today 2 for 4. He picked up the RBI base hit in the 7th that brought the Hounds back within a run. 2-1. Fastball fouled right back to the screen. So Sawyer's got another RockHound down to 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the 9th. Sawyer set. 2-2. Way up and in, all the way back to the screen. Down to second base goes Goldberg. And a wild pitch will force the count full as well for the right-handed batter Schumann. That was a changeup that just sailed out of the right hand of Logan Sawyer. Looking for a final strike here. Schumann back on the right side, and now Paez wants to talk it over, so Pedro calls for time. Trots out to the mound for the first mound visit of the day on the Cardinals side of the book. Michael McGreevy with 7 terrific innings tonight. Nick Trodgerlick Iverson worked around a hit batter and a walk. But got caught stealing a ground out and a big strikeout in the 8th inning. And Logan Sawyer with a man at second has 2 outs and a full count facing Schumann. And now Schumann calls for time, so perhaps a little gamesmanship here as Schumann settles back in. The 25-year-old from Portage, Michigan. He's ready in the batter's box. Sawyer fires the 3-2, and it hits Schumann on the left arm. So Schumann hit by the pitch. Another off speed from Sawyer. Now the RockHounds will fill up first base, so that puts now the 2 potential go-ahead runs on board. And we'll bring out the pitching coach Eric Peterson for a mound visit. Goldberg is the tying run. He's at second. Schumann, then, who runs very well, is at first base representing the potential go-ahead run, with the Cardinals 1 out away from trying to put this 3-2 lead in the books. Chase Calabweeg, who hit those 2 homers yesterday, including the go-ahead home run, 3-run blast in the top of the 9th inning, which ended up ultimately being the game winner. He is going to be the batter here for Midland. So a fun one coming down to the wire here at Hammonds Field. These two teams have been battling it out really all week. The only game that wasn't close went the Cardinals' way back on Tuesday, 12-5. Yesterday, then, of course, came down to the ninth inning, and today has done the same. So buckle up here. Logan Sawyer against Chase Calabuig. Runners at first and second for the Hounds. 2 down in the ninth inning. The pitch. Inside with a good breaking ball that Calabuig wouldn't chase. 1-0. Cardinals have the outfield as shallow as possible. Especially Antico in center and Koperniak in left. Left-handed batting Calabuig up. The 1-0. Lasered on the inside edge for strike one. 95 out of the right hand of Logan Sawyer. Redmond is off the bag, guarding the line at first. Dunn back deep at second. Gamboa right between the bag and the runner at second base. And the 1-1 coming. Foul away to the left side. It's out of play, and it's strike two. So for the third straight batter, Logan Sawyer has the RockHounds down to their final strike. Calabuig settles back in on the left side. Sawyer settling on the sides with Paez. The 1-2. Fastball swinging strikeout. Sawyer burns it by. And the Cardinals hang on for the 3-2 win at Hammonds Field. 96 miles per hour for the game-ending strikeout dealt by Logan Sawyer, with the Cardinals able to hang on in the ninth inning tonight and reclaim the series lead 2-1 with a 3-2 victory here on this Thursday. We'll be right back with the final lines on the American Transmissions Cardinals Radio Network.